All right. Let's get the party started. Let's see if this one is working. Here we go. That's a little bit close. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another stream here at Titanify. For anybody that is watching live, thank you so much for being here. Put in comments where you're watching from. Where are you? What are you doing? What is up, everybody? What is up, Titans? My name is Stefano Vreese. I'm the founder of Titanify, and we automate shit in your business. We systemize shit. We visualize shit in your business. That's what we do. If you're a small business owner, if you have an agency specifically, if you have a consultancy firm, if you are providing services, then this is definitely the place to be because this is what we do. I am a small business owner myself as well, and I've been building businesses for about 20 years now, and I got a pretty good idea, I think, about what kind of systems, processes that you need as a business owner to make your business run more smoothly, more efficiently, so you don't need to do everything yourself, so you can unchain yourself from your business. That's really the purpose of what we're doing here while I'm fiddling with my camera here. So, again, welcome. Today, I'm gonna make it very practical. Um, we released a video on YouTube the other day, and one of the comments was like, "Okay, sounds all great, but I thought it was going to be a simplified, practical example of how to automate business processes." And I get it. It can be becoming a very complicated very quickly if you are starting to automate your business processes. Also, if you're looking online, if you're searching for business automation, business process automation, and so on, it can become very complicated. And it's something that I want to avoid because honestly, look, if you're a business owner and if you're trying to automate your business processes, first of all, usually you don't have time to do that, right? You don't really have the time nor the desire to really spend a lot of time on it. So if you do it, you want to make it very simple. You want to make it very quick so you can set it and forget it, and that it does what it needs to be doing. So making it very practical, that's what it needs to be doing, right? But again, if you look online and if you then see like people using ChatGPT, using Zapier, Make.com, all the other tools that are out there, or just integrating stuff with each other, you would really think like, oh my God, do I really need all of that? Do I have to set up all of this? And how do I do that? And really, do I need to do this myself, right? And I think the answer is, well, if you're a solopreneur, you'll have to do it by yourself. But even if you are building your business, if you're growing your business, if you're trying to scale, even if you already have a team member, you might have already an understanding how to do it, but yeah, you should definitely look for help to do it for you, or ask some of your team members to do it for you. Because as a business owner, be honest, you'd rather be spending time on getting more customers, creating more partnerships, expanding the business, right? Than just being or doing all the automation yourself, right? Especially if you're not tech savvy, and this is something you'd rather delegate to somebody else than doing it yourself. Anyway, that to say that if we want to make it practical as well, like I think that my point is also, while we could look on the internet, on YouTube, on Google, and so on, how to automate business processes, but you will quickly find very complicated ways to do it. And even the simple automations include maybe ChatGPT and other stuff. But you don't need that. If the purpose of automating business processes in your business is to gain back time or to win back time for yourself or your team, to make sure that it runs smoothly, efficiently, that nothing falls through the cracks, especially if you're if you have like a sales system, if you have like a marketing system, you don't want like a leaky bucket where all of the leads fall out, or any opportunities you miss them because you weren't following up with them automatically, and so on and so on. And that's what we want to avoid within a business, right? That's what we want to do, to make it more efficient, to make it running more smoothly. Then if that's the goal, then building complicated stuff, building complicated automations is not what we want, right? It's not what we need as small business owners. So yeah, that's something that I want to do more of, like create more videos where you can see really practical examples without making it too difficult. So if you want, you can do it yourself. And if you don't want, you can delegate this to somebody that could do it by themselves. And of course, you can ask us as well to do it for you. But just to show that you don't need big tools, you don't need complicated systems to set something up that is pretty simple and yet very practical, very impactful, and can help a lot when you're doing sales, marketing, and so on and so on. So that's what I want to do today. Let's see if this is better. Okay. So if you have any questions about this, just put it in chat, put it in the comments. I will see. Normally I can get everything here. I can see the chat, so if you have any comments, just put it in there. So on to the practical stuff. Let's go here. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there we go. So this stuff. So I want to start with talking about this. I already talked a lot about it a little bit in the introduction, but I wanna drive the point home. If we're talking about practical business process automation, right? That's what we're talking about here. Really making it practical. Then for me, what we do with Titanify for business owners, for businesses that want to do this, it's not just about the automation, right? There's much more to it than just the automation. The automation is basically the implementation of what we came up with. Because first of all, if we're talking about streamlining processes, improving them, making sure that they run smoothly, that nothing falls through the cracks, that you can follow up with every opportunity, that you can create the content that you want, that you can create invoices and not forgetting about them every single month so that you can get paid in time and so on. I mean, that's real example. Those are real examples, right? And to do that, to optimize that, so in the end that you can basically scale smarter, right? Not harder. 3 elements are very, very important. It's visualization, it's systemization, I guess with an S. So 3 elements: visualization, systemization, and automation, right? Those are the 3 elements that we use that I think are important when you are automating your business, when you are systemizing it, when you are creating a business that runs more smoothly. That's what I want to say with this, right? These 3 elements. So again, automation is just one of the 3, right? Just one of the 3 elements. Visualization is what we do first, and you have seen me doing this already in the other videos. And basically, it's part of it is like this, right? It's also like this, really going into detail, right? That's the visualization part of this. That's the first step, because if you don't have that, visualization, you're gonna start building something, and maybe after a while you forgot about what you actually did, and then you have to go back, you have to revisit the whole automation and rethink everything again and again. And again, that's not what we want to do. That's not what we want to waste our time on, right? We want to make sure that what we do is efficient And if we have to go back to it and optimize it, that we can quickly do that. We can quickly identify the pieces that we need to optimize, and that we can do that. That's why the visualization is so important. And honestly, it was definitely something that I didn't do myself, right? I just thought like, okay, just let's quickly set it up in these tools, in Calendly or ActiveCampaign or whatever. Let's just quickly do that, so it's set, and I can forget about it, and it's set. That's what I did, and I think a lot of business owners do that. And okay, that's fine, right? But at a certain point, as with me, right, in my business, I think I created more than 20, 30 automations just in email marketing automations, for example. I created 20, 30, 40 maybe at a certain point, because I was doing this already for 2 years or more for this specific business, Titanoology, by the way. So I forgot, like, what kind of automations do I have again? Like, what do they do? Why do they do it? What is the trigger? What are the emails? And so on and so on. And it became a mess. And I can show you the mess. I can show you the mess that I made within the business, especially around these automations. So, and for a part, you have the visualizations in the tool like ActiveCampaign, which I'm using, but you don't have it like I did it here before, right? Like this detailed, you don't have that anywhere. So you have to make it yourself. So I think that is very important to start with. Then the next part is the systemization. Forgive me, is it with an S or with a Z? Like, okay, systemization with Z this time. Sometimes it's with an S, I don't know. Anyway, the second part of how I see scaling smarter, not harder, is, okay, I need to start tracking. That's another tool that I'm using. I'll just say Titanify stream. This is Toggle, by the way. It's a tool to keep track of your time. There we go. Okay, so the second part of this equation, let's say the second part of this, how should I call that? System? The second part of this process, principle. Maybe the second part of this principle is systemization, right? We had visualization, now we have systemization. Once we have visualized everything that we want, then we have to start systemizing things, right? And systemizing things, how I see that, what I mean with that is, well, if you look at all the parts within your process that you have, okay, then you have to decide which tools are we going to use, right? Which data are we going to use? Where or who is involved with these processes? What are the triggers, right? All of the extra information that you have to add into each of the steps is part of the systemization. It can also be like, okay, defining how your documents look like, defining the templates. Defining the templates by itself is also systemization, because if you have the process but you don't have the templates, then it doesn't match, right? So all of these actions are what I call systemization. And honestly, just doing that will already tremendously help you out as a business owner, right? If you do that, if you prepare all the templates, if you put them in the right place, if you know where they are stored, if you have like a second brain, as they call it, then at least you have that. You can go to one single place of truth and you can see all of the information there. You put it in Notion, you put it in SharePoint, you put it maybe just in Google Docs or Google Drive, you know, doesn't really matter as long as you decide as a business owner where that data resides, right? That's also part of systemization. In corporate terms, you could call it governance as well. But in order to keep it practical, simple, that's what I call systemization, those kind of things, right? And then the last part of this principle, what we're using, what we're doing within Titanify for small business owners like you, is automation, is actually building the automation. And that part is the most popular part these days, especially with the emergence of AI and how it looks like and what you can do with it. For sure, this is the most popular thing to do right now, is to automate everything with AI, ChatGPT, whatever, OpenAI. But that's just one part of it, right? If you just do the automation, you will have an improved process, probably. But if you don't have a clear view on what is the input, what is the output, why do we do this, why does it need to be automated, like where is this stuff coming from, where are we going to store it, and so on, then, as I told you, like, it becomes a huge mess, right? You start creating hundreds of automations, small automations that eventually will do what they need to do, and yeah, it's cool to have that, and it can improve your processes. But after a couple of months, you end up with a huge pile of automations. You don't even know which one does what, and start improving them, like start optimizing them. Or what if one of the tools that you have used breaks, or they go out of business, or some of the integrations change? Then what? Then suddenly your automations break. Then what? Then you have to fix them. Okay, let's fix the automations. Where do you store the automations? Where is the data coming from? Why did you actually do that automation in the first place? Right? So I guess that makes my point that just doing the automation by itself is not enough. You have to have these three elements: visualization, systemization, plus automation. That will give you a way to scale smarter, not harder. Scaling your business, if you want to have an easier, I wouldn't say, yeah, easiest, maybe not the right word, but if you want to have a way to scale without you having to do everything, first of all, without you being glued to your desk all the time, then you need this, right? Even if you have a team, be honest with yourself. If you have a team and if you want to scale right now, be honest with yourself. Can you do it without increasing the workload of your team and yourself? And with that, I mean, like, increasing the workload just to onboard customers, for example. Right? If I give you 100 new customers tomorrow, can you handle that? Or will you actually be glued, chained to your desk 24 hours because you don't have a system to actually onboard them efficiently? That's what you have to think about. That's what you need to think about when you want to scale beyond where you're at right now. That's what you need to do. Now, other elements. So this is the principle, okay? The elements that you need to think about when you do this, when it's about scaling, when it's about automating and systemization and so on, it's more than just the tools, right? So I started to create these parts here, and we can start connecting to them, but it's about the process. Do you have the process? First of all, do you even know what the process is that you want to improve, right? Then next is data management. As I told you, like, where is the data coming from? How is it structured? What kind of data do you want? Like, is it numbers? Is it text? Where does it reside? Is it stored in PDFs? Is it stored in an Excel sheet? Like, well, how does it look like? And the next part is team delegation. We should not forget that even if you are automating stuff, that by itself will not be enough to scale smarter. We also need our team and team delegation, meaning also within our systemization of processes, we have to think about, if you look at all the steps, sometimes there's a bottleneck because we are the bottleneck, because at that point in the process we try to approve everything, or we try to check everything, or we have to do something, and the only person that can do it, we think, is us, ourselves, right? Which probably is not true. So team delegation is part of this. You need to also think about who in our team can do what I'm doing right now within your process. Then another one, continuous improvement. In a lot of cases, I think as a business owner, we tend to forget that if we're not continuously improving, we're going backwards. If you have set up a system, a process, and we improved it, doesn't mean that that's the end, right? It shouldn't be the end, because things change. The process can change. And one, I saw this the other day, and I think it's really, really true. If, as a business owner, we're thinking about business automation, we have to be ready for change. Not just changing the process, but also the change once we've set everything up, and things change in the business. We grow, we pivot, we have another offer, we have different customers, our team changes, right? So we have to be ready to change within the idea of continuous improvement. So it is not set in stone. If you're not flexible, this will not work. Also, effective communication is very crucial. It's very, very, very important in this. We can set up all the systems and not communicate about it. And who will use them, right? Okay, automation will use them, and the bots will use them. But if nobody in your team knows what it actually does, why you did it, and where's the benefit for them, right? And your team is your business. So if you don't take care of how your team perceives what you're doing, it's going to be hard to scale smarter again. And it's about scaling smarter. You can scale without communication probably, but how hard do you make it for yourself? So effective communication is very, very important. And then, yes, look, let's just add another one. And there are probably more that I'm forgetting about and not really mentioning here, but these are the most important ones. But let's put, AI in here as well. Of course, is AI important as well? But I just put this as last, because that's what I said, like, many people talk about AI these days as the thing, and it's true, it's amazing, it's wonderful, it will enhance a lot of things. But if you're just focusing on AI and we're not focusing on any of these things and just trying to do the automation with AI, then again will be hard to actually make it practical, right? That's what I want it to be for you as a small business owner, to make it practical. Systemization, automation should be practical. So instead of coming up with the brilliant latest way of generating videos with AI, just think about, is this actually going to help my business move forward or not? And sometimes, from what I see, that's something that we forget. It is super popular to talk about it. I do talk about it as well. But I think, again, we are business owners. We are trying to build our business. We are trying to provide value for our customers. We have a specific skill set, right? AI should enhance it. Should not be the end all, do all of what we do, right? So think about that. Good. That's the end of my rant, I promise. I just wanted to get that out there. Also because I can clip it and I can distribute it on all of our channels. But I think these principles are important. It's important. It's important to talk about it. It's important to explain this to you. Because this is what we do within Titanify. God damn it, Titanify. Jesus Christ. And yeah, this is what we do, right? And I want to make it super clear for you that this is what you should do as well. Do it yourself, fine, but think about these things. Because the last thing that I want, if I'm creating this for you here and I'm showing what I do, the last thing that I want is that you would think that it's just creating an automation, and there you go, right? That's the last thing that I want. Anyway, going into what I actually wanted to do today is basically, so I want to show today in this live stream, I want to show a practical automation. So I want to show this automation right here. I think this is super practical because from all the businesses that I have created in the last few years, this was the automation, is the automation that I have used consistently every single time, and it saves me so much time, this automation, that I think this is the most practical automation that exists right now. Does it use AI? No. It could. I mean, we could use AI. Maybe the creation of the emails was done by AI, but the automation itself, no. We don't use AI here. So sorry to disappoint you if you want me to share a practical example using AI. We will come to that in one of the next streams, but this stream is really going to be about this automation. Automating call scheduling and follow-up. That's the automation that I want to show you today. And the steps are pretty simple, right? And this is a real life example that I'm using and that I have set up for other customers as well. So it starts with somebody. This is just an icon to depict the customer, potential lead, prospect. This person books a call. Okay. Booking a call, I use Calendly. You can use Acuity. You can use Microsoft Bookings. You can use whatever you want. Right? There's even now the opportunity in Google Calendar to set it up as well. We use Calendly. I've been using that for years. It's a great tool. And I'll show you also like what other features that it has that will enhance what we're doing here. So customer books a call. Once that happens, I want to add that information that they entered into the form into Pipedrive, which is our CRM. And I also want to add this information into ClickUp. That's our project management system. Now here, we could also do just this without Pipedrive because as you will see later, God damn it, no. We can also do this, right? Because we're also using ClickUp as a CRM. Now I will show both. So if you're using a specific CRM tool, then this is practical. If you're just using Asana, even Airtable, whatever you want as a CRM, this is still practical as well. And then what we also want to do, and a very important part of the automation, is to add that contact that we have in ActiveCampaign, right? ActiveCampaign is our email marketing tool. And then we send them 3 emails, 3 welcome emails. If it's the first time that they have booked a call with us, this is what we're sending, right? What is the purpose of this automation? First of all, having a tool like Calendly will help you to show your prospects what times are available for them to book a call with you. So no more back and forth emailing or DMing, texting a prospect like, are you free that time, this day? No, what about this day? Stop doing that. If you're doing that right now, if this is how you set up meetings, even internal meetings, you should stop right now because you're wasting time. If you have a tool like Calendly or a tool like Teams or any other tool that you can use to automate this booking of calls based on your calendar, you should do it. And if you're not doing it, you're wasting time, believe me. So How do we set this up? So we have to start with Calendly. And so let's go into that. Calendly. Where did I put it? Oh, here. Okay, close this one. Okay. So Calendly. Now I'm using the paid version. You can also use the free version. Now I will show you some other elements of Calendly that only is available for the paid version, right? So first of all, so what I want to show you, as you can see, I've been using this already a lot, right? I have many event types set up, and they all do something specific, right? I showed you in one of the other streams that I set up also like events for booking a podcast interview with me. And this triggers another automation to follow up and so on and so on. This is also very practical if you have a podcast, right? So what I want to show you today is basically this one. So I set up an event in Calendly for collaborations. So anybody that we are reaching out to for collaborations, I'm sending them this event link, right? And within Calendly, there are some cool stuff that you can do. So besides, okay, this, just the normal information here. That's nothing specific. So everything is good here. You can set up hosts. So you can actually, if you have a team, if you have like a sales team, or you have a VA or anybody else in your team, you can add them to your Calendly. This is paid. You can add them to your Calendly, and then you can set up a round robin so that based on the availability of your team members, it will book a call with a specific team member. And people will be able to see, again, which slots are available. Another thing is here, availability hours. You can add a buffer time. So this is just to make sure that you don't have back-to-back calls, which I also would recommend that you don't do that. So you have a buffer like 15 minutes after the call or before the call. This is actually something that I set up, especially after, like 15 minutes after the call. I don't want people to be able to book back-to-backs. Basically, that's what I don't want. So I'm going to set this up. So then you can set your hours. So for me, for instance, let's see here. Okay, just edit this, please. So actually I have to change this because something that I do, or that I started to do, is to not have calls in the morning. Usually in the morning I try to reserve that time to do creative stuff like content creation or just being in the zone and working on something, client work or whatever. So I have at least like a period of 4, 5, 6 hours that I really can go deep, do deep work. Then after lunch, after I have worked out, then there is space to have meetings, because meetings also take a lot of brain power, I would say, and it can make you feel like very tired after an intensive meeting. So then I would rather have that in the afternoon. Then there is nothing else to do anymore, maybe besides these live streams, but I like to do that. But it doesn't require any deep work anymore in the afternoon. So let's just edit this. I'm not sure if, let's just do this. So edit all Tuesdays. I'm gonna go from, no, let's go to, and on Tuesdays we have the live stream. Honestly, I don't mind that they book a call until 8. Yeah, until 8. That's okay. So we do that. Edit all Wednesdays. Same here, so this until this, even until 9, that's okay. Same here till 8. Same here until Fridays. Let's keep it until 5. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe until 6. Yeah. Okay. I just need the Monday. I definitely don't want any meetings on Monday morning. For sure I don't. And this can go to 9. That's fine. Okay. So we have that. So then, as you can see, they cannot schedule anything before or in the morning. They can only see these ones based on my availability for the rest of the day. So slots of 30 minutes, it's fine. And then, okay. Save and close. What else do I have? So then we have the questions. So something that I definitely recommend doing is adding this. First name, last name, always, always, always. So then if we connect that to any email marketing tool like ActiveCampaign, then we can create personalized emails where we can say, hey, first name, you know, and it's not the full name. So it just looks better. Then they have the questions, which we can also connect to ActiveCampaign. We can also collect payments if you want. So you can add Stripe. So if you are offering like consultation calls and so on, you can also connect this with Stripe. Okay. So if you have any questions about this, just put them in chat. I should be able to see all the comments, all the chat messages. If not, give me a shout on social media somewhere. Okay. So then redirect URL is going to this page. We could pass event details to your redirect page, so you could do on that page some more stuff. So you could capture the event date, time, and you could display that on your page if you wanted to. So you could also just do the Calendly confirmation page. I do it to this page because then you can add more stuff to your page. You could add a questionnaire on your page, a survey, to collect even more information from your prospects. Okay, so enough of this. And that's it. So now we have the link, people can book a call. Now, before I go ahead and connect this with ActiveCampaign or Pipedrive, there is already an opportunity here within Calendly to create automations. Calendly itself, right, has the opportunity to create workflows. Workflows are basically those kind of automations that could send out email reminders, thank you emails. So basically what we want to do here, so like this welcome series, like 3 emails, we could actually do that in Calendly, right? This is a good example of a practical way to automate stuff without overcomplicating things. Do you need something like ActiveCampaign? I mean, look, depending on who we're talking to, right? Usually we're working with businesses that try to scale. So then the answer is, do you need this? 100% you need it. If you don't have that yet, if you're trying to scale, you're missing out. You have to have an email marketing tool like this. If you're starting out, it's something else. But okay, again, principle is here, or the idea is that I'm helping you scale your business. So then you need something like that, right? You can do it here in Calendly, but I would say it's too limited for what we want to do eventually in the future. We want to actually really capture those details in ActiveCampaign and do an automation there. maybe like I think this helps a lot for increasing the show rate, right? Sending email reminders 100%. I would say the only way or the only consideration that I would have to use this is that you don't need to pass the event details to ActiveCampaign and try to really do tricks in ActiveCampaign sometimes to figure out like, is it already one day before the event and so on. That can become complicated. So sometimes using then something like this, where you just say, so reminder, blah, 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 which event types you select, so you select your event type here. Let's go to, where is it? Wait, do I have to select? So I have several teams and spaces in here. You can see here it's my name, and I want it to be the one from Titanify. Where is it? Oh. Ah, here we go. I guess that's it, yeah. So we select Titanify. There we go. Okay, so there we go. That already limits what we can do. So can't even use it. So I would say only if it's a personal one. I think they just added it for teams. So maybe if you create a team around that, Titanify, yeah, okay, we can do it with teams. So then let's do a reminder, and I should be able to select, yeah, okay, that's the one I needed, this one, apply. Look, this is what I mean. So when this happens, here you can just say 1 hour before. You can do this in ActiveCampaign. It's just a little bit more tricky to set it up. So if you want to simplify things, if you want something that you can do yourself, then this is it. This is it, right? Then you can send your email. You can add 5 actions. So you could send then, well, see, this is also what I mean. The difference between ActiveCampaign and this one. So basically what you would be doing, if you would want to have like a cascading thing, like 1 hour before, or like 1 day before, 8 hours before, 1 hour before, then I guess here you need to do this separately. You send a mail. I'm just gonna save this. I'm gonna delete this because I'm not going to use it. But then you need to create a new workflow if you want to say like, okay, 1 day before. Now in ActiveCampaign, you can put them all in one automation, all after each other. So I'm going to delete this because I'm not going to use it, but just to show you that you can do it in Calendly as well. You can also text them. What else do we have here? Let's see. Text cancellations, to reconfirm. So it's pretty basic stuff, but I don't hate it, right? You can set your triggers. Event is booked, event starts, ends, cancelled. This one is a good one. Event is cancelled. And I think also we could create an automation around that if it's triggered from Calendly. Anyway, you can do it in Calendly. Limited, basic, simplified, but you can do it. And another great thing in Calendly these days is this one. And I'm actually going to do this one. This one is routing. It's qualifying, routing, and scheduling meetings instantly. So you can create a form and based on their response in the form, you can route them to either an URL, you can point them to a specific event type. So this is what I'm going to do, especially because I'm a bit ashamed to show this, but on our current website, which is built with Groove, and Groove is it's more like a landing page funnel builder than a website builder, but for now this is okay. And I put this form in here, which is basically a form by ActiveCampaign. And as you can see, it's not the prettiest, right? It's not the prettiest. So yeah, if there's another option, I would use it. So now I think this is the better option, because this really creates a beautiful form and we can do stuff with it. So let's do that. So can I change the name, please? No. Change, rename, please. Okay. So let's call it Titanify website form. Okay, and I also want to check what we can do with it, but let's go in here. So I want first name, last name, email, and here, what are you looking for? No, this is has to be drop down. So what are you looking for? And then I can say general requests. I can say fix my automation. I'll tell you more about that. Collaboration or a collaboration, right? So then collaboration would point to the meeting that we just created. This is required, save. Okay, so we put this here and we say here just gonna leave it comments for now. I think that's good. Okay, and then we submit. Yeah, submit is okay. Include headlines, no, that's not needed. Now I want to go to the logic. So this is cool. So here we can create a route. So if they say, let's say, what are you looking for? It is collaboration. Then go to event type and then perfect. You see? Perfect. Cool, right? Nothing fancy, practical, no need for AI, just simple automation. Save. Another one. If they say, fix my automation, I actually have an event for that. Do I have an event for that? I don't even know. Fix. Yeah, I do. I knew it. And on that one, I have to check, but I think I added Stripe to that one. Let's see. And if I have now, I should. Technical pit stop. No, okay, but I want that. I need that. Let's see here. Collect. Oh, yeah, I did see accept payments with Stripe, $150 US. Yep, that's what I did. So if you select one, this one, okay, just test it here. Oh, I need to change the URL. So you can see here, $150 US. Okay, I select the date, time, say next, and I fill all of that in, and then I need to pay, right? So this is also a cool way to not waste a lot of time with people that are wasting your time, that want to get advice from you, that want to make you fix their stuff for free. This avoids this stuff, so I think that's a good one. The only thing I need to change here is actually this, so it has to be fix my automation. Boom, there we go. Bueno, so then, okay, I wanted to add that, no, not the workflow, oh yeah, routing, yeah. Oh yeah, this is the form, yeah, okay, and then we have several logics, okay. So fix my automation, and then the last one, and that I'm not sure yet how that will go, but let's see. So I want that. What I'm looking for is general requests, right? Go to thank you for we're unable to offer not that one. External URL. Yeah, look, this is so what I would want it to happen is that they can just fill out general requests, you put in the comments, and it would just send an email. So in this case, now I'm thinking, that's a bit pity that I didn't include that. Or like an integration with, they have like the integration with Salesforce, as you've seen. So if I do this, and maybe what we can do is we can put a webhook here. That's complicated, I know, but still. I just want to have a nice form, and there are more possibilities to add a nice form, but I think this is cool that you can route them to actually a meeting as well. Okay, so let's just do this. Share, add to website, inline, continue, then we copy this, hide, don't need that. So we are using Groove for this, for our website. Not the best tool for this, to be honest, not for a website. For landing pages it's okay, but not for websites. So we'll be moving to another platform pretty soon. But for now it'll do. You know, this is also part of the continuous improvement. We started just creating one landing page, one pager for Titanify, for the offer. It became more and more. To transfer this to a website builder now would take a lot of time, relatively. So I just decided that we are not going to do that until we created the space to do that, basically. And for now, this is more than enough. All the information is here. Just the form was a little bit icky, so I'm going to change that. So let's go, where is it? Oh, it's in the same one, right? Too many tabs. Okay, here. And we put that in here. Save. Save. So yeah, okay. Let's just publish this and let's see how it looks like. If it looks better than the other, then I'm already happy. But then the next step is how to get these comments into my mailbox or just into ActiveCampaign then. Maybe with a webhook, or we will just have to add that with Zapier. Okay. Right, okay, that's done. Let's check it out. Okay, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's big. So here. Oh wow, no, I don't like that. Why is it down there? That's not good in user experience. Okay, fix my automation. Da 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 da. Submit. Now I'm curious. Okay, I have this one, that's fine. It's not the best again, you can see if it's inline. But okay, let's go back here for a second. Let's do the other one. I'm just curious if it now saved something somewhere here. Close. Permissions, responses. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, look. Now this is cool. I like that. I like that. This is cool. Because this actually really good. Because hopefully now we can treat this like an abandoned cart situation. So if you go to an e-commerce store and if you start filling your basket, right? You go to the checkout page, but then you stop and then you leave the site. That's an abandoned cart. And in e-commerce stores, usually, if you've at least left your email address, you will get an email, hey, you forgot this, da 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 da. And this will get you back to the store to actually complete the purchase. Now here is a good way to actually do the same, but with people that showed an interest in something here, but they didn't want to complete the request. Like this one, for example, they wanted us to fix their automation, but they didn't want to pay the 150. Now, probably maybe we shouldn't actually be following up with them if they don't want to pay that, but this is a way to actually then follow up with them and say, hey, wait a minute, you forgot to actually schedule your call. Can I help you with something? That will help with the conversion, right? So I like that. I like that. But to do that, we will have to capture this somehow, somewhere. So I will have to switch to Zapier. Honestly, I didn't expect this to happen, or like didn't expect this part of the automation to be built. Since we're doing it, why not? That's part of the stream. So in another stream, what I will do as well is I will just go over all of these. Because again, if we're talking about practical implementation of business automation, all of these are practical, 100%, all of them, right? And they just contain 2 steps, 3 steps, you know, that's it. But they're all very useful. And I want to go through them with you. But that's for another stream. All of the streams, by the way, are getting streamed on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn. And if we get the option, also on TikTok and Instagram and so on. And we will be doing this every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's what I'm aiming for to do. Definitely every Tuesday, 100%. Same time, around 5 p.m. Central European time until about 7 p.m. So we have about 30 minutes left. 100%, right? You can bet on that. So, okay, I wanted to do something here. So we have here actually, well, part of the automation that I've shown you that I wanted to set up is that if they book a call, that they are added to Pipedrive and Calendly. Well, actually, I'm already doing this here. So in here, in this automation, what I do, is it this one? It's in use. Wait, what is automation intro? Oh yeah. Is this one? Yeah, it's this one. So what I do here is if they book a call, right? Somebody books a call. Doesn't matter what call it is. It's calling for anything that is being done by a user on Calendly. Then I check which kind of event type name it is. So if it exactly matches automation intro, which is the other event, it will add a person. It will try to find a person first of all in Pipedrive, and then if it didn't find it, it will create it. Right? That's what it does right here. Okay. What do we need to add here? So I want to check. No, first of all, because this is here. That's this part. So this one, this is covered. These two, right? These two covered. Now, actually what I want to catch here, I want to catch here sending an email through Gmail. So let's, where is Gmail? Looking for the icon because I want to see here. Give it to me, give it to me. Active, no, where are we? Here. So I want, it's a bit smaller. I want that if they selected the general request and they added comments in the form on our website here, well, not this one anymore. So we have now this one. So if they say general request and they fill out comments, I want this, if they submit, that it has to send an email to me. That's what I want. That's this one. Let's take a look at that. So I'll probably need to, and I'm not sure it's gonna work because I don't know if Calendly actually has that trigger. And the other thing that we can do, if they don't have natively, we can run a webhook. So let's do that. First, I want to check if they have natively an action. So I'm just gonna do this, Calendly. Event created, event, no. So as you can see, invitee created triggers when an invitee scheduled an event. So I cannot do it natively, right? Okay, so then what I will do, I will change this to webhook, this one. Catch hook, yes, this one, catch hook. The entire payload is okay. Then you get the link. Here we go. So this one, we can use that one to. I'm not sure even if this is going to work. But let's see. So I go to logic. Here. Edit. This. Save. I don't know. Let's see. So then, but hold on. We're listening. We started collecting requests in your webhooks by Zapier account. We'll find the most recent one to go find. You need to create one. Yeah. Now I think I can do this. Where is my site? So now can you please so I'm looking for general requests and then this is a test message. Let me know if you got this Just gonna add some white space to see what it will actually give me. More info here. Submit. Ha! That's not good. You don't want that. I mean, no. Shit. No, that's not good. I mean, it did catch this, you see. Query string name. Email submission. This is not even returning the comments, so no, I cannot use that. That's a pity. Oh. I was hoping that they would do that. And then Gmail. I mean, what I could do is I leave out the comments and it's just like a general inquiry, but still I don't have, I'm not gonna, no, I cannot send that. I cannot send that to webhook. No. And I'm not even sure, like they won't, it doesn't have, let's see here, what does it have? No, it's just a U, it's a keyword. Submission, no. No, not happening. I mean, the problem is also like it's not just the fact that, because look, if I change this now back to the site, I could point it to a website page and capture details, right? Identified of this. Well, let's see here what they say. But probably you cannot send the extra information, just the name and the email, probably. Not sure what they say about it. Fallback screening. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I can capture the results, but it's a bit stupid that I mean, the fact that they do this, they let you do that, right? No, I'm not going to do that, but so let's just reload. Okay, general test. This shows up in query string, and the query string is what it will add to the URL. No, you see, so it gives the email and the name, but it doesn't add the comments, doesn't add what was selected. But probably what it will do then here, it will show up in the responses. That's what it will do. Here, these two, right? So please, Calendly, add the possibility to send an email. Just send an email. Why not? All right. Logic. Maybe I'm missing something. Custom message, event type, email. Is there a workflow for this? That would be good, no? Let's see, create your own workflow. Form. Nope. Nope. Okay, then yeah, we have ClickUp, you have that. I could code this, but I'm not going to do that. Huh? I mean, can I do this? This for workflows. This follow-ups through email. No. Wait, maybe routing. Gmail. LinkedIn. I mean, they had an integration with the routing to Salesforce. Look. Logic. Okay, create a new one here. No, I have to pay a lot for that. Okay, so that's not gonna happen. I'm still gonna use it. I'll have to check. I'll have to reach out to them to see if what we can do with this. I export CSV. Okay, that's something. But again, I need to then be able to automate the export to just capture that. So for now, let's put in nothing else. Let's remove this. Delete. And what we will do is we will thank you for your message. We'll come back to you. Somebody from shortly. Okay, that I think that's okay. Not automated. I'm not happy with it, but for now it'll do. So I can continue to showing you ActiveCampaign because that's the last part that we need to do. So let's just test this one here. General test. Thank you for your message, somebody from the... Okay, that's okay for now. That's okay for now. So, what do we have? So we have this part. We have to still add ClickUp to it. And then this part is a no-no. Cannot do that right now. So let's do this one as well. In just a sec, I'm gonna go to the toilet. last part. Last two steps that I'm going to show you. So let's do quickly this one for ClickUp first. So we go back to Zapier. I'm not going to do this now. So we had, where did this one? Yeah. So I'm going to, actually I need to duplicate this because this one was for intro call, the automation intro. Yeah, I need to do both of them, but okay, let's just do this one now. So only continue if it's automation intro. Because those ones, the ones that book an automation intro, at least for first time, they need to be added as a lead in PyDrive. And I want to show both options, so within PyDrive and within ClickUp, because ClickUp is also used as a CRM, and that's new. The world's first neural network connecting all of your company's projects, docs, people. Instead of asking others questions about your company, ask ClickUp, AI Knowledge Management Manager. Ask questions. But this is their AI. I already knew about that, but I'm not sure what's different now. No, I'm not gonna enable it. Okay, so I use ClickUp as a CRM because it allows me to do much more stuff than PyDrive. Now I was contemplating a lot around should I use PyDrive now instead of ClickUp, because PyDrive integrates with your email inbox and so on. I mean, if you look at PyDrive, great tool, honestly, really great tool, and you can have leads and deals and projects. But in order to update the contacts and the leads and so on, it's a bit too cumbersome to keep track of everything, to be honest. Whereas here, I say this person, and I can, it's very hard to do like this, add a comment, reached out today, boom. Done this yesterday, boom. Time stamped, right? And immediately in the CRM connected to, this is a task, but okay. In PyDrive, no. I mean, not natively, maybe with an add-on, but not natively. And if you want to add add-ons, you have to pay. I mean, I can do it here. So, and also this, I can just set up this and a due date. It's a need to this one. It's the LinkedIn profile, priority, confidence, and so on and so on and so on. So, and you can add a lot, custom fields, all of these. You can do most of this also in PyDrive, right? The only thing you don't do that easily is the activity feed, is like comments and so on. Communicating with your team about it, it's a little bit more cumbersome in PyDrive. So that's not the only reason that I'm not using PyDrive so much as I use ClickUp. The other reason is that our outreach, our sales process is very heavy on social selling, meaning we reach out to people on social media, and if we keep talking to them on social media, we have to keep track of who we are talking to, where, and so on. We're not sending emails, right? We're not getting these leads through emails. So the communication back and forth with potential prospects through email is very, very limited, because we tend to quickly switch to social media or even WhatsApp. So that being said, if the only, like the most, or for me at least, the biggest benefits for Pipedrive is the connection with the email box. Because here you can basically go in here and you can have your emails, you can send emails from here, you can have a full list of your emails right there, right? So that is something that you cannot immediately do within ClickUp. You can send emails to people, but it's a bit wonky, right? So that's not the best way. But again, if your CRM, if your sales process is not heavy on email communication, then I would say something like ClickUp, Notion, Airtable, it's fine. We can still add automations. We can still, if an email is, if a prospect that we already know has sent us an email, we can still capture that. We can cross-reference the email address, and we can see in ClickUp or in Asana, wherever you want, you can see if this lead, this person is already in there, and then you can update their task with adding like latest comment data. Right? In Pipedrive, that part would be just natively integrated. But what would not be integrated in Pipedrive is like an easy way just to update just this, and adding like a picture in here, custom fields very extensively, all of these kind of things, and just several views, and yeah, I don't know, the flexibility of something like ClickUp, like you can mold it really into your own way of doing things, has for me like a preference on if it's not email heavy. So that's why. Good. So that being said, that's why I want to add somebody. So if somebody booked a call with me, I want to add that person in here. And I can actually do that without using Zapier, honestly, because they have an integration in here already. Now we were looking at that the other day as well. So let's just see. I think I need to check, because booked calls come in here. Yeah, it was. I was showing this with the podcasting. That's why I was thinking about that. Here, this list, booked calls here. This has an automation, and basically what it says here is, well, if this happens, event is created, and you can see here as well that there's nothing more than that. It creates a task in this list. So basically also, and probably I will see that here. Yep. Here we go. So you can see collaboration intro has been created in Calendly. It gets added to this list already. So that kind of combination or automation that I was showing here is already happening. Now it isn't ideal because actually it can be here, but I want it to be also added into here. Yeah. And now I'm thinking, probably now I'm thinking like maybe it's even better to do it with Zapier than natively here. Because if I do it here, so it creates the task and then another task need to be created in the other list. Let's just add a new one. I just want to see, wait, cancel. I can go to browse and then I click here, custom automation, accounts, this one. Yeah, that's all I have. So I can only do that. So I was just thinking maybe the form or something might be an option, but it's not. So that's all I have here. So when an event is created, that's the only one. Yeah. Or like, yeah, okay, yeah, this one. Yeah. So only these two, but they are the same. So. Oh yeah, no, like, okay. I can create a different action here. I'm not sure why he's asking this one. This is Calendly, by the way. Oh yeah, okay. Do this action, I can do create a list, create a task. Weird. This just creates a task, right? No, it's just the same. It's the same. Okay. So let me just show you. So I've already been doing this one here. So let me just show you how you can do that in Zapier. It's pretty straightforward. It's not that much different. So let's edit. And let's add a task here. Click up. So what I would try to find first, if it already exists. So let's see if we can find a task based on a custom field by user or by email. Find user, no, find task based on custom fields. We have a custom field, that's email. And if you automate stuff and we create it, then it should already be in there. And of course, now that we're creating this, the risk is that we would duplicate data, because if we're now looking for an email and if we have already added the person before, we never added the email, it will create another one, right? So these are just things to be mindful of if you create these kind of automations. So might be straightforward, as I just told you, like, okay, just find the person based on an email and just create it. But think about the exceptions, right? Because it's with the exceptions that you will actually create a mess, a big mess of data, duplicated data that doesn't make sense anymore. Honestly. This one I need, so I'm gonna add it in my current sales space in the CRM that we're using. I'm going to add it into marketing leads. Yep. Gonna add it there, includes close tasks. I'm gonna say yes. What is technology profile? I'm not sure what that means. Ah, no. Now I need to find it based on custom fields. Yeah, here we go. Custom fields, email. I have it somewhere. Where is it? Here we go. Email. So based on what we have here, there we go. That's it. Continue. Let's see. False. Well, look, yeah. Here as well. Actually, this is not the best. That's why even in ClickUp will be not easy, because what we do in our CRM. So we'll have to rethink our CRM actually if you want to do this. And again, that's also why creating an automation like this might seem simple sometimes. What I wanted to say, we have our list that we're looking at, right? But sometimes if we win a deal, we move that person to another list. So actually we cannot just say if it doesn't exist here, and yeah, I cannot even say, I have to clear this. It cannot be a list, and I think clear. Wait, what did I just do? What did I do? Huh? Continue. Refresh. Now, I don't know, it's fucked up. Continue. Test. No, because list, yeah, that's why. Where is the list? Where is this thing going to remove? I don't have to re-add it. It's not working. Delete, delete. So I cannot actually, I should be searching for the person on the full environment. So that would tell me, okay, I need to rethink how to set up my CRM and ClickUp if I'm using ClickUp, because this will just result in more and more and more duplicated data. So I have to be careful here. But just for showing you how to do it, so you create task, right? So if you wouldn't find it, you would create it. Let's just see. Let's just do this step and I can show you. So let's find task based on custom fields. And you can only do that if you fill out the list. So you cannot just say workspace and that's it. So you have to put the space, and they are in the sales space 100%. Then you still have to add the folder, then it becomes an issue because there can be in another folder. And wait, I already did that list. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do this one, and then you try to find an email, right? Where is it? Here. And then you say this. Okay. That's it. So continue test. It will not find it. Then I can say, well, if why nothing could be found for the search. Yes, I know. That's why you need to say false. Should this step be considered a success? No, I know. Wait. So in some instances we could say if it didn't find it, just create it. Find tile by custom field. Then I would say something like, okay, if no, I want to have if. Which one is it again? The paths, I always forget. Paths. Last step. Oh god. So just delete this one. Okay, now we have paths. So then we can do this, right? And then we say only continue if yeah, this would return something or not, and we can create, then we have to add it to ClickUp. I'm not going to do that. So how do we get it in there then? That's the downside. Okay, I admit, if you use ClickUp like this, that's a big downside. Because you need to do much more than just trying to find it. And even I would even say that maybe Zapier is not the best tool for this. Maybe Make is a better tool for this sometimes, especially with these kind of intricacies around data, around processes that are not straightforward. Okay, I think. Okay, for time's sake, and just want to complete also with ActiveCampaign, because we're actually out of time here. I just want to quickly show ActiveCampaign. This one. Okay, so if they booked a call, I want the contact to be added into ActiveCampaign. I want to send them a sequence, right? So in ActiveCampaign, what we do is we add an automation, right? And I've talked about ActiveCampaign before, how I really like how they do automations. You can watch the other video about that if you want to know more what I think about it. But here I was already setting this up. So collaboration intro call welcome sequence. This is the one. So once you create the automation, what you can do, you can actually integrate this with Calendly. So you can integrate ActiveCampaign with Calendly. How to do that? So on the left-hand side here, you have your menu, and then you have your apps. If you go to your apps, then you can click on Calendly. And then here's the interesting part, is that you have to add the events that you want to connect with ActiveCampaign, because then it will only trigger with the events that you added, which is good. So I already added 2, so the collaboration and the automation intro. So you can add a new one if you want. It just takes all the events here from Calendly that you have, and then you set, like, if it's a coffee chat, you add a coffee chat, and it automatically adds a tag to the contacts, right? Anybody that books this call will get this tag added only once. So here as well, 2 tags are getting added every time: Calendly integration and then the name of the event, right? On top of that, if you do that integration, also you can map the fields, which is great. I want that. I want to transfer information from Calendly to ActiveCampaign. So then in ActiveCampaign, I can create customized automations based on the information that they have sent me. So here I say email, first name, last name, but also which type of business are you helping? This is a question on my form in Calendly. And then I can connect that with a custom field in ActiveCampaign. I call it client base. This is just text, right? This is just text, but it works and it helps me. Okay, so that's set up. Then we go to the automations. We start a new automation, so create an automation. I've already done that, so I just go into this one. And then as a trigger here, you can say, if it loads. So then the trigger is Calendly event created. So which Calendly event can trigger this automation? Then I want to have the specific one, so the event type contains collaboration. Right, that's the one. That's the one that will trigger this one. What I then do, because I want to send only the new people, only the people that have booked for the first time a call with me, I want to send them 3 welcome emails. Only then. Next time I don't want to do that. So what I do here, so if they already have the tag, then don't send them that, right? Just send them something else. Something short, something like this. If it is the first time that they do that, and I have to do something about this, I can also do that like in Miro. If they have this tag, so if they do not have the tag, that's right. They do not have the tag yet, then I will send these 3 emails. So let's say first one, wait 100 days. Okay, I need to update that. But then the second one and the third one. Okay. So this is what I do to just get them. They need to get to know me before the call, right? So that's why I send them these. Next step would be to basically, I mean, in Calendly, as you have seen, you can send an email as a reminder email 1 hour before, 1 day before. You can do the same here. So we can say, and this is the tricky part, because basically let's see if we can do this. Site event data. I'm not sure if here, this Calendly event. Yeah, that's the one. Sorry. Custom. So it's custom data, custom objects. So from Calendly, here we go. This Calendly event, and then we can see event date time. So we can say also is and now occurs in exactly 1 day. Okay, so we can do that. Actually, it's pretty straightforward as well here. So you can see this is the same thing. So has this Calendly where the following is true event occurs in 1 day. So let's just say that they have received these 3 mails before the event, before the call happened, and they come here, and basically actually we have to change it because it has to be, they have to wait, right? Then hold on, I think wait, yeah, this is the one. Wait until specific conditions, that's the better one. So then we say this one, custom object, this Calendly event occurs, daytime, start time, daytime, where is it? Event, daytime occurs in exactly 1 day. That's a better one actually to use, because this is just an if statement, so we don't want that one actually. This one is a better one because it will just wait until this is true. Great. So if they receive the 3 emails before the event, they will stay here until 1 day before, and then we can send a reminder. Now, in some cases, especially if you say 1 day waiting between all of the mails, the event might be in 2 days from now. Then we need to do this. Go to, sure. No, sorry. Yeah, I'm wrong. Not go to. Goal. That's the one. Goal name is 1 day before call, right? And then again the same custom objects, this Calendly event. You see that it's not that difficult, but you need to do more than just selecting 1 day before. Okay, but it works the same way. Occurs in exactly 1 day. Another condition, it's fine. And when this goal is, and this is also cool, so it will only happen if the goal is below the contact. So if it would already be past that, it wouldn't trigger, right? If the contact does not meet the goal conditions, now wait a second. You have to wait. You cannot do anything. Wait until these conditions are met. You could, yeah. I mean, you can see you can do a lot with this if you want to, but that's what we need actually, because then even if they are at the first mail and the call is tomorrow, it would jump immediately to this one, and it would immediately jump into sending in a reminder email that the event is coming. They would not get the second and third mail anymore. What we could do is actually add a tag, or we could add a tag for each one that they see, or after the event what we could do, if we can see if they have received. I'm not sure if that is something we can do. Has been sent, yeah, this one. So what we could do is, let's say they get the first mail, the call is tomorrow, they jump to the goal, so they haven't received the second and third mail. The call is done. Well, we could say if they have not been sent this email yet, so the collaboration number 2, yeah, this client onboarding, no, where is it? Booked intro sequence, yeah, any of those two. So just make sure that you name your campaigns, which are your emails, basically. Make sure that you name them correctly, so that you don't need to start struggling with this. But then you can say, if it has not been sent yet in the last 30 days, perfect, I guess, yeah, then send it, right? Then send a mail, send a mail, start with past campaign, I think, hold on, yeah, then you send your mail, basically, send mail, right, send again. That's what you can do, right? And then you can send it. So you see, this is more complicated, more detailed than Calendly, but it also does a trick, right? And that's how you set up this automation. This practical automation is how you do it. So we've now spent about 2 hours on this. It's not completely finished yet. But of course, you could do this. You could do this, right? You don't need AI. You need Calendly. You need ActiveCampaign or another ConvertKit, Email Octopus, and whatever. You need a CRM. That's it, right? But at least this will make sure that nothing falls through the cracks, that your potential customer, your prospects, book a call in a slot that is open for you, that you send emails to them automatically to remind them, that you send emails to introduce yourself, that you capture the details of the person into your CRM, that you actually know how many people have actually booked a call with me the last 30 days even, or the last week. You can start measuring that, and so on and so on. So this is not rocket science, but this is super, 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 super helpful. If you do this manually, you're crazy. You're crazy. If you're trying to scale and you're still doing this manually, you're crazy, right? Or if you do this and you just do these two, for example, not the other one, you're crazy. If you don't have an email marketing tool connected to this, you're crazy. I mean, make sure you have these things set up. Make sure that they are connected. Even a simple practical automation like this is super valuable, but you have to do it right, right? Anyway, that's it for today. That's it for the stream, the live stream of today. I hope this was valuable to you. Let me know in the comments. If you have any questions about this, let me know as well. Send us an email. Go to our website, titanify.biz, where you can leave a comment. You can also go to our YouTube channel as well, where you can see all the past streams. These are also available on my LinkedIn profile, on Facebook, on Twitch as well, if you're into that. But yeah, you can find us everywhere. So I want to thank you again. I'm Stefan Vreese founder of Titanify.biz. We automate and systemize, visualize everything within your business, especially agencies, service providers. That's what we're good at. So yeah, check it out. It's all in here. Hope to see you next time. Hope this was valuable. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your evening, wherever you are. And yeah, until next time. Bye-bye. And no, it's not starting soon. It's ending. Need to update this.